Throughout history, people have always said that hard work is the key to success.
Work, you will have it.
My workload went up from about 70 to 80 hours a week to probably 120. I go to sleep, I wake up, I work, do that 7 days a week. I'll have to do that for a while.
If we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth.
Hard work and determination is what Americans have prided themselves on for centuries, and it's what took us from 13 original British colonies to the most powerful economy in global history, with stunning innovations eventually creating trillion-dollar companies. But what if I told you that hard work equaling success isn't necessarily true, especially in modern times with rapidly advancing technology? Well, in this video, we are going to put that to the test, trying what many consider lazy ways of making money to see how much we actually make. And the first lazy way of making money we're going to try is selling AI-generated books on Amazon. And to get started with this, we need to pick a topic for the books we're gonna write. And the first thing I recommend doing is going to trends.google.com and clicking on trending now. Scrolling through, one topic that very recently had an absolute surge in popularity is a polar vortex collapse, which is essentially when Arctic winds move south into the United States and Canada and cause extremely cold temperatures. I guess one's coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I think this is a good topic to potentially write a book about, and maybe I can talk about the biggest polar vortex scenarios in history up to today. And another topic that has been trending lately is the stock market. Especially in this crazy time of the world we're in right now, markets have been very volatile, which I think brings more interest into what's going on. And this gave me the idea to write a book with the help of AI about Warren Buffett, his life story, and his general rules for investing that especially apply to times like this. Of course, we're gonna have to put in some work to market the book, but for now, AI is going to do almost everything for us as we work with it to create 2 full-length nonfiction novels. My old English teacher would be proud. I spent 4 hours with the help of ChatGPT putting together 2 books for Amazon KDP I had a feeling could sell a lot of copies. Did you guys know that only 3% of people who begin writing a book actually finish it? Well, luckily in this day and age with modern technology, writing a book has become much easier. In my opinion, both this Warren Buffett book about investing, along with this book about polar vortexes, which is a topic I had no clue about until yesterday, both turned out really good. I also spent some time formatting both books properly for Amazon KDP and creating a cover for the books that looks professional, because just like with a YouTube video, if you don't have an eye-catching thumbnail, people aren't going to click on the video in the first place, and it doesn't matter how good your content is. But now that we have that done, we are going to download the docx files for both books and upload them to Amazon KDP along with the book covers. This entire process is pretty simple, and for the pricing on both books, I'm going to price the Warren Buffett ebook at $4.99 and the Polar Vortex book at $2.99, since it's a lot shorter of a book, and honestly, I know much less about that topic. But with both books published on Amazon, we're gonna see if they generate any sales organically. And while we wait, let's move on to lazy side hustle number 2, which is eBay dropshipping. This is a business that in the last 31 days has generated me $2,342.56 in revenue. And after accounting for things like product cost, eBay fees, and credit card rewards, we made a total profit of $702.22. And this business only takes me around 30 minutes daily to operate. And here's how it works. The first thing you're gonna need is an eBay account, some suppliers to dropship from like AliExpress, Walmart, or even Amazon. And then you need to create an account with AutoDS. They're one of the amazing sponsors we work with on the channel, and if you click the top link down below in the description, you can try them out for your eBay dropshipping business for 30 days for just $1. And once you create an account and link it to your eBay store, you guys can see AutoDS gives you a list of hand-picked winning products you can dropship from suppliers onto eBay and make a profit for every sale, like these cartoon jellyfish lights or this retro handheld gaming console that once we import to our store will make us a profit of $15 for every sale. I spent about 30 minutes importing all 20 of the listed hand-picked products by AutoDS. And now we're going to take things a step further and begin listing products from supplier websites. Like on AliExpress right now, if I want to sell this Glassbird sun catcher, which is a product I very successfully sell on my other eBay page, all I need to do is copy and paste the link, and then on AutoDS, click add single product. Copy the link, and boom, it imports the item as an eBay listing with a description, and all we have to do is edit it a little bit and mark up our price from $3.04, which is our cost, to $14.99. AliExpress or Chinese Chinese suppliers in general have by far the highest profit margins when you're eBay dropshipping with them, but of course, they also have some downsides like potentially lower product quality and of course, longer shipping times, which as long as you notify your customers about this, shouldn't be too much of an issue. I then spent more time using AutoDS to import products from AliExpress, Walmart, Amazon, and AutoDS also has another section on their website where they identify trending products on eBay that you can dropship from cheap suppliers, along with data showing how many units of this product are selling every month. So we might as well also import as many of these items as possible since a lot of them are currently trending and have proven to sell successfully. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the next day, and after spending a few more hours last night and this morning listing products on the eBay store, we are now sitting at 100 listings exactly. I'm still running my original store just like I have been for the past few months, but I wanted to launch this new store as well for the purpose of this video so you guys can see just how fast sales tend to build up when you're eBay dropshipping, even when you're starting from scratch with the right strategy. Be sure to check out AutoDS at the top link down below in the description to begin your eBay dropshipping journey, and we're going to check back in on this store later in this video as we continue listing products throughout the week with how much money we made. The first two side hustles I showed you could be done from anywhere in the world, whether in your home city or chilling in the Egyptian pyramids. They also both require pretty little money to get started up front, as long as you're willing to put in some effort. You see, even in modern times, there's no such thing as a free lunch. To build up a lazy method for making money, you either have to put time in up front, or if you have some savings, you can invest money instead. And I actually have some experience doing this as well throughout the last couple of years, investing money into real estate, vending machines, Turo cars, and even Bitcoin mining to build up semi-passive revenue. Over the past 2 years, I've invested about $12,000 into crypto mining, $10,000 into vending machines, $30,000 into Turo cars, and a down payment on my personal property. Out of all the investments I've made, the most passive one has actually been crypto mining, because despite what you guys might think, most of my machines are not here in my basement, but actually at a low-cost facility in rural Iowa, generating me passive income. Taking a look at the mining dashboard for my 2 Bitcoin miners worth about $5,000, so far we've mined 0.21 Bitcoin all time since I started mining on March 6, 2023, which is over 2 years ago now. And at Bitcoin's current price, that's $18,321.79 in revenue. But over the last 2 years, I've had electricity costs on these machines of $7,828.90. So when we subtract the cost for the machines along with electricity spend, we made a profit of $5,492.88. And I still hold all $18,000 of Bitcoin I mined, and then actually bought more on top of that. So if Bitcoin continues to increase in price, I'll hopefully make a lot of money. Good morning, guys. It is now the next day, and our eBay dropshipping business just got its first sale. But this morning is all about another lazy side hustle, which is the vending machine business. I currently have 2 locations, and honestly, the hardest part about the business is finding new spots to put vending machines. I just went the route of cold calling a bunch of businesses in my area and also networking with business owners or other people I knew, and that helped me secure my 2 cash flowing spots. And so far, it's been pretty good in the sense that I go to Sam's Club once or twice a month and buy all the drinks and snacks for the vending machines, and then every week to every other week, I go to the locations, restock the machines, collect the money, and to the school at least pay commission. And that's exactly where we're gonna be going today. As you guys can see in my back seat, I loaded the car up with a ton of snacks and drinks to fill the vending machine up since I just got back from Sam's Club, and we've got about a 10-minute drive to the school from here, and we'll see how it goes because I have gotten a few complaints from people, meaning 2 complaints of either images or videos of people saying that the vending machine is either not accepting bills or stole their money. I spent a lot of money on those machines, so hopefully this is a problem I can fix myself. And after making it to the school location, I went incognito mode filming on my phone. And after waiting for a few minutes, nobody answered. All right, guys, so it looks like the school location is actually closed. Now that I think about it, I think it's spring break right now, so it makes sense why no one would be there to let me in. But with that said, we still have all the snacks and drinks loaded in the back of my car, so we're gonna hit the other vending machine location and collect the money. Now that the vending machine is fully stocked up, we're gonna head over to this section right here and take off the bill acceptor on the machine. I'm excited to see how much is inside because the machine was pretty empty to start. And boom, you guys can see, we got a real nice stack of cash. Taking it all out, holy smokes, that is a solid amount for 2 weeks. Counting up all the bills, we have $85 in cash. And then down here in the bucket on the machine, we also have a pretty good amount of change. And that change brought in another $9 in revenue. And now back here at the house, you guys can see that since the month started, both locations have brought in $598.20 in revenue. And we still have about a week to go until the month ends. Only about 40 to 45% of that revenue is profit. My margins used to be closer to 50%, but since taking on the new new school location with 25% in commission, I had to both raise my prices and take a little bit of a hit on margin to expand revenue. Servicing vending machines or even Turo cars I'll show you later in this video might seem like a lot of work, but you have to think spending 5 to 6 hours a month on a business is still a pretty lazy way of making money. And even with my Turo car business, half the fleet is currently rented out right now, aka one of the cars with the Subaru Outback just getting back from a rental, making $178.52, and the Nissan Sentra is currently rented out right now on a trip earning $295.12. For the month, the business is gonna do about $1,600 in revenue, and that's with me canceling 2 trips due to being on vacation myself, unfortunately. So I wasn't able to rent out the cars during that period, or else the revenue would have been closer to $2,000. And I only have around $300 to $400 in monthly expenses since both cars I rent out are actually paid off. And the only thing I have to pay for are insurance every month, a little bit of maintenance expenses, and Ubers back and forth to the airport. Now, as for the time commitment in regards to Turo, I'm spending about 10 hours every single month between communicating with guests, dropping off cars, and cleaning them between rentals. And the best part is, I really do enjoy the work. And as this guy Mark Anthony or Steve Jobs once said, if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's honestly how I feel about these side hustles. But now a week later, following up on both my Amazon KDP store and my eBay dropshipping businesses, the original eBay store I started in the beginning of this video in collaboration with my friend Tropic is now sitting at $489.31 in sales with 167 listings and 8 orders on the store. A lot of the orders I got were cheaper products I listed with AutoDS from AliExpress, but we also sold a TV from Walmart that is currently on clearance for $214 for $259.99 on eBay. So a big chunk of our sales came from that. And before we break down the exact profit on both this store and the OG eBay dropshipping business I started a few months ago, let's hop into the results for my Amazon KDP store. I haven't even logged into Amazon KDP since we got the 2 books listed about a week and a half ago, but now logged in, looking at the revenue for both books, you guys can see my book about the polar vortex collapse sold 2 copies, which I'm honestly pretty hyped about since it's a topic I knew nothing about until I wrote the book and I did 0 marketing. My other book about Warren Buffett, I guess, was not approved to publish since I guess talking about his life story is copyrighted, but I think Amazon KDP can be a relatively lucrative business. I've seen people build up tens of thousands of dollars per month in income selling books on Amazon as long as they have the right strategy and are willing to put in time and effort up front. And that includes doing things such as running Amazon ads and enrolling your book in Kindle Unlimited, which is a subscription on Amazon where you can essentially read unlimited books for all the books that are enrolled in this program. And for every person on this subscription that reads your book, you get a small royalty. And another highly effective thing you can do as an author to start selling more books is to build an audience on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube in the topic you're writing books about. Like, for example, a few weeks ago, I saw a video on TikTok of a guy who had 0 people sign up to his book signing at Barnes & Noble, but he was filmed by a stranger, and that video quickly went mega viral. And through the support of the audience that watched that video, his book became #1 on the Amazon bestseller list.
On Saturday, I had a book signing at Barnes & Noble, and all of a sudden, the TikTok community came around and rallied behind me.
Sometimes in life, you never know what good things could happen to you if you simply put yourself out there. But flashing back to our original eBay dropshipping store, I've only put about 25 more listings on the page since the start of this video, and we got another $486.12 in sales in the last 10 days or so. When you add up the sales for both eBay dropshipping pages, subtract 13% in eBay fees, add relatively high product cost, and also add in the 3% cash back I got on credit cards when buying all these products, we made a total profit of $252.63, or a profit margin of 26%. If you guys enjoyed this video on lazy ways of making money, be sure to drop a like and check out the sponsor AutoDS at the top link down below in the description to start your eBay dropshipping journey. And on that note, I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.